So, guys, it's David here, and it's day 372. I hope you guys are doing well, and like always, are doing better than yesterday. Now, today, as I was sitting in my office reading this book called Power of Force, it made me feel stupid, right? It made me feel stupid because this book was using a lot of sophisticated and articulate and big, intellectual words that I have no idea on what it is trying to convey, the message it is trying to convey. And I was about to give up. I was about to give up because I feel like, look, I don't understand this book, so and it's also making me feel stupid, so maybe I should just read something else. But I'm glad I didn't give up because when I came to page 90, right, if I can find it, and I seen this table of consciousness, this map of consciousness, it made everything click. It made everything click because recently, as I have been reading other books based on how life is pretty much made up of energy and that we are living on a frequency of energy, right? Whether it is negative or positive, etc. Positive being that you are pure consciousness, and negative meaning that you are subconscious or living in the past, thinking about past experiences, and pretty much inescapable living or reliving your past life. So this table made me understand or click the dots to my recent, I guess, interest is because it also humbled me in a way, because for the longest time I thought I had grown out of this immature kid or teenager who was living on vengeance, right? To go out and prove the world wrong, to prove my doubters wrong, to get back at all my people who turned their backs on me, to one day text my ex or whatever, text my exes and say, look, how you left this kid, well, guess what, he's back on top now, all this kind of vengeance stuff, right? Hate, anger, this thing boiling down inside of me. Now, before I was really motivated by this, and when I mean motivated, guys, I mean like I would just work the heck out of myself because this was the fire to my fuel, right? Vengeance, hate, anger, like, oh, prove them wrong. And ever since coming out of prison, I thought I got over that. Right? I thought I got over that because, I got off the drugs, I, meditated, found clarity, and I just thought that maybe I'm past this vengeance. Like, yes, people doubt me, but maybe there's something more to life than to just hold on to hate. And I thought that maybe I have wisened up, that I have grown, that I have definitely the drugs had made me more clear, or getting off the drugs. And I thought I had become this person of gratitude, right? Treating people with respect, unconditional love, and all this crap. Right? I thought I was enlightened, for say, to be on the top of the frequency of energy, right? To be pure consciousness. And I thought like that. But I thought wrong. Why? Because deep down inside of me, that energy was not motivating me. To be pure gratefulness and unconditional love, as I had thought, that didn't really motivate me. I thought as if there was no more reason to do what I do. There was no more reason because I no longer survive on hate, right? I no longer survive on this fetish of proving my doubts is wrong, which have driven me before. And I thought that life is great and I could be happy the way it is. And for a long time, it did feel like that. It did feel like that if I just stopped working at all this grandson purpose, and I could just be happy being average. And I thought like that, but deep down inside of me, I know that can't be the truth. Why? Because deep down inside of me, there was this little flame, right? Still trying to embark, right? Still trying to explode. That is telling me that, David, you have this mission. You still have doubts to prove wrong. But I was refusing. I was refusing this to be true because I guess I took some pride, or perhaps I was just deluded, thinking that I have outgrown this emotion. But after reading this book, it clearly says, or briefly, that we survive right on this energy radiating frequency. We survive either on perhaps, grief, fear, desire, anger, whatever. And we survive on that energy to, in essence, to use that as fuel to elevate us into a new state of living. So we may be at here, right? We may be at desire, or we may be at fear or anger, like I was. And we will stay angry, and being angry will motivate us until we go up to pride, until we go up to courage, etc. Now, I say this is a humblement because maybe I have overlooked the fact that I am not living in a pure consciousness state, that I am not enlightened, that I am not unconditional loving, that deep down inside of me, I still am motivated by vengeance, and I'm still motivated by proving people wrong, by anger. And by suppressing this emotion, I am not unlocking the full potential of what I can become in the moment. Because I'm trying to what? Suppress myself. I'm trying to suppress my flame, essentially, is what I am doing. Because every time I am relaxed, I'm thinking like I am enlightened, living in bliss. I don't get a 1 ounce as much of work as I could have got done if I was driven by anger and vengeance and etc. Right? So it just goes to show that sometimes that maybe I expect so much from what it is that I don't know from life, right? I expect so much that if I'm enlightened or if I'm loving, then I will just, have infinite motivation. I'll have infinite motivation to go out and conquer. But the truth is, sometimes you expect so much from what you don't know, and really what you do know is actually the thing that actually will make things work. And sometimes we feel like that if we feel better, if we are, living in this new environment or living in a heightened state of emotion, then things will become better. But after reading this book and gaining more information, it kind of just makes sense that we are expecting so much from what we don't know. And when what we don't know or what we expect so much from disappoint us, then we feel like as if life becomes meaningless, as if we cannot do or become great because we are disappointed by our expectations. But the truth is, maybe we are just, too deluded either, or too egotistic, too arrogant to see the truth that it is. That we are not even doing good on the circumstances we have given thus far, and that we are not even trying to do great with what we have, and yet we are hoping that a mere uncertain future will change our fate. I guess this is really where I have got humbled, guys, because I thought I was enlightened. I thought I was, living unconditionally. I thought I was pure consciousness, guys. But the truth is, I am still driven by anger. I'm still driven by this fact that I want to prove everybody wrong. And I guess there's nothing wrong with that. There's really nothing wrong with that, because I know that to use up all the motivation and fight you can have in that state of emotion, and to use that to elevate yourself to a new being, will be the right way to go. Because you cannot just try to become someone you're not, when what you need to be is who you are right now. You need to be who you are right now to get to who you want to become. Like, yes, we all want to be unconditional loving. We all want to be happy. We all want to be this and that. But if you are living happy, but yet you are not doing and taking any risk to be exceptional, then what does it even mean to be happy? Are you happy to be someone who's not great? Are you happy to allow yourself to suppress your true potential? Because that isn't the happiness I want to live, right? That isn't the happiness I want to live, and that isn't the happiness I am content with. So if I keep on beguiling myself and delude myself further and say that, David, you're enlightened. That David, you're loving. Right? I could say this all I want, and heck, I could feel happy, guys. I could make myself feel happy, but there will always be, right, this feeling, right, this feeling and this itch, right, knowing that you could do so much better, knowing that you have not done something right, and you choose to settle with the things that is going to make you happy regardless. Because life, whether exceptional or not, you can make life happy. You can make joy out of something that is nothing. But the truth is, you will never truly find out what it means to be happy, living with your potential, living with what you could have done, right? You'll never experience that if you choose to settle with what you have right now. But with that all being said, I do hope you guys had learned something from this. But if not, like always, I'll be here for you guys tomorrow. But until then, guys, good night.